Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session, Best in Class. My name is Marketa, and I'm responsible for service partnership at Make. Service partners, what does it mean? Our partners are providing several services for our customers, from fixing a simple scenario to automating the whole department. They are also creating custom applications. They are educating our customers and pretty much everyone interested in a no-code. The truth is, they are our best advocates, and very often they know our product better than we do, or at least I do. So without further ado, I would like to welcome here our three partners. We have selected them based on their experience, their expertise, and also their journey. Let me welcome here first Tibi, representing Make It Future from Romania, Matthias, representing We Make Future from Germany, and Simon, representing Blino from Switzerland. Thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you're having a good day and you enjoy the lunch upstairs.
Great so far.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks
you.
for the invitation.
I have a first question for you. What was your journey to Make? Can you describe what did you do before and how you end up with automation? Simon, could you start?
Yeah. So we started 6 years ago during study with online marketing agency. So we built websites for customer, but we always thought it's not that what we want to do our whole lives. But we growed. I think we did well. So we growed and we had a lot of marketing projects. So it gets a mess because we grow and we got unstructured. So we searched for a way how we can manage all these projects. So we looked at 20 different project management tools, and there were like project management tool. You have to enter 200 fields to start a project, and they were like very basic project tools which is not more than a to-do list. We ended up with Monday.com, and it overwhelmed us, and we thought, why not other companies using it? So then we just made a website because we are good at website. We build up our own website, and we say we are Monday.com partner, and then we just get leads, and we grow much faster as a Monday.com partner than making or building websites. And then we grow as Monday.com partners, and a lot of our customers ask, can we do this with Monday or can we integrate with that? And we say, no, sorry, it's not possible with Monday. And then we came and we found Make, and we have exactly the same feeling as we founded Monday. So we became a Make partner as well, and it grew quickly fast, first just for Monday.com customers, and now it's a standalone department which is just doing Make stuff. So that's how we came to Make, and now work more than, I think, 2 years together very closely. So that's my story. Matthias.
Right, thank you. So in my previous life, I was a consultant for financial markets communications, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lot of manual work, and a lot of that work, I thought at the time, should be done more efficiently. Because like I like to say, I'm a lazy person, and I tried to sort of push my then employer to automate some tasks, etc. And that's how I got to know at the time Integromat, so what is now Make. And eventually I noticed that these automations they're just much more fun than the actual work I was supposed to be doing. So yeah, I joined We Make Future, and we've basically, we've done those automations, and we've done a lot, many other automations, and I still think that approaching your work from the mindset of a lazy person, in the sense that I don't want to do anything twice, anything that's as soon as the task is happening more than twice, it should be automated, and yeah, with Make that works really well.
What about you, Tibi? What was your journey?
Yeah, for us, it was a bit different. I'm a person passionate about coffee. So I started in 2017 a coffee subscription business roastery in Romania. So I navigated that with my co-founder for like 2 years. and it was a mess to manage. All the communication, all the sales, CRM implementation, things like that to really manage my customers was not there. So in about 2019, I was searching for a way to integrate my e-commerce shop with HubSpot, which was my CRM. So I discovered Integromat. Okay. So in that night, I spent all night integrating all my contacts and deals or orders towards HubSpot. And the next day I went in my office with my employees and my colleague and said, I discovered something amazing. I mean, you can do anything with it in the business. We need to automate everything. So fast forward 3 months, everything was automated about the business. All the processes, except like packaging and putting it in the box, everything's automated. And we decided to become an Integromat Make Now partner and started a new business. And fast forward 2023, we are 25 developers doing Make.
Perfect, thank you. As we already established, there are a couple ways how you can end up in automation, from marketing to communication and also coffee subscription. I also very like how each of you describe it from a different angle, as, you know, working with Monday, working with HubSpot. I learned today about Matthias being lazy a little bit, so thank you for also sharing that personal side of you. Okay, guys, speaking about best in class, we want to hear more about the use cases, the success stories, things that you're particularly proud of. I will start with you, Matthias, because I started grilling you a little bit. What are the unique ways you applied automation with your clients, or what stand out if I would ask you about the, you know, impactful scenario, efficiency?
Yeah, so I think the use case that stands out most over the past sort of 12 months, I would say, is we have several clients that had fundamentally a similar problem, which was that their business at the core consisted of managing either freelancers or external service providers, and by doing that, they were able to provide whatever service to their customers in turn, right? And these are not our largest customers in terms of their size of operation, because what they fundamentally do is broker these services and coordinate these services, right? But what we were able to do for them is essentially automate the entire business case end to end, right? So we took their websites, their CRMs, their databases with products, with customers, with pricing, etc. We took their accounting platforms and we put them all together. And at the core of all of these use cases is always a database of service providers or freelancers that have a bunch of characteristics. And based on those characteristics, the processes, the automations automatically select the most suitable service providers, automatically query them. Do you want to take this opportunity? Remind them about this query, and after 24 hours, simply move on to the second most suited service provider. And in that way, this whole coordination workload was taken away from the humans, and our customers were then able to take care of special requests, to work on their business, develop. In one case, fundamentally, the one customer of ours she was able to focus on her family, which was very important to her. And at the same time, they're now faster in providing offers and confirming offers and delivering services to their customers in turn. So it's really, they can provide a better service with less effort, and they stop losing leads because they dropped them, or because, oh, I'm feeling tired today, I'm not going to respond to this customer, and then the lead is lost. So that was I think a very, very interesting use case, because it sort of shows how you can orchestrate a number of different platforms and a number of tasks with Make and put them into like one overall business process that just works and works every time.
So it's a lot about efficiency and saving money.
Absolutely, it's a lot about efficiency and not saving money, but saving time,
Which is money.
saving focus. Which is money, yes, but saving that focus for humans to do something more creative.
Thank you, Matthias. Tibi, if I would ask you about the most impactful scenario you have built for your clients, and maybe this time I would like to look a little bit outside of the money and like financial aspect, but can you take something from like charity or something most impactful for the humans?
Yes, time sometimes is not always about money, right? Time is also about sometimes speed and connecting things. And we were part 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, when the Ukraine war started. We were part of we were working with one Switzerland organization, Kampa, who was helping at that time refugees coming from Ukraine to be connected to volunteers in Switzerland for housing, for things, right? But they needed a structured way to verify the refugees and also to get volunteers, verify them and all that. And they needed that in minutes, days, right? And we did that project, the initial part of the project, because we worked on it for months after, but the initial part of connecting, bringing volunteers with refugees in few days we'd make. And it made a crazy big difference, right? Because those people were staying in camps. Those people had no clothes, no food, and so on. There was a challenge for them. So in this case, time to get them from that camp towards a volunteer to house them was very important. And we did that together with Kampa by using Make for all the communication, all the connection between people.
Thank you for sharing that. Simon, again about the impact, efficiency, would you like to share a story with us about the client you helped and how automation helped them?
Yeah, for sure. It's more enterprise customer. They have 20,000 employees worldwide, and they sold a part of their company. It was a carve-out happening this year, and it went live this year. And when you saw the company, there's a lot of IT infrastructure stuff going on, right? So they bought a lot of tools. And Monday was one of them, and we connected Monday with SAP for HANA, because SAP for HANA is a very structured tool, very great, but when you want to work with it in a daily life or project manager, it won't work. So we connected it to Monday and combined these two tools with what they are best at. During this working together, of course, we showed them also Make and stuff like that, and then they came to us and asked, we have a question for you. Our SAP consulting agency estimated a connection between SAP Sales Cloud and HubSpot. They estimated to do that 75 days. And the problem is not the money, the problem is the time, because we go live in 3 weeks. And they asked, can we do it with Make? And we try to figure out if it's doable. Yes, it's doable. So we built this in, I would say maybe in the end, 6 days. We built that. We charged 30 days. No, just kidding.
Wait, so it was 75, then it was 6, but you charged something in between.
No, we don't. It was a joke, but for us, it's good to bring the platform more in the company. So it's an opportunity for us as well. But it helped them, right? Without Make, it wouldn't be possible to go live to the date they want. And that's what I can see, is that you can also make enterprise customers happy with Make and provide a lot more value, because they're not used to this speed. Really, they're not used.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's also one of the benefits of working with a low-code platform, that you are fast in the development process.
And you're very fast iterating on the process, right? Because especially in an enterprise and in this kind of integration, the modifications from the customer side come all the time, right? So being able to just go in, modify a bit of scenario, it's very fast.
Yeah.
So we hear a lot about speed, efficiency, also time to value. We had an example from enterprise company, from freelancers, and also helping people in need. I'm curious about your personal story in automation. Do you have some funky automation you use for personal use you would like to share with us? Tibi?
Sure. I mean, I have a lot of different scenarios which I use personally for different things, but maybe in connection with the previous presentation on LinkedIn, all of us are trying to grow our LinkedIn network, right? But one of the way to grow that is to really connect with all the persons that we communicate, which is something I always forget. So I connected my inbox and my calendar to Make, created a very simple scenario to search inside the Google Sheet to see if I already have that email address or contact in let's say in that Google Sheet, and just adding one more line every time somebody else emails me, right? And maybe in connection with, because you could probably automate all the process, but I want to be the person who sends a personal message when I connect to that person. So then every few days I go in the Google Sheet, I check what are the new persons I need to connect. I'd send them a personalized message and grow my network that way.
So there is your personal involvement. You don't add everyone. You're quite selective.
I mean,
A little bit.
I'm not 100%. I mean, I cannot say I'm very selective, but I do get a lot of spam. So I don't want to really connect with everyone.
Do you know how many people do you have in your LinkedIn network at the moment?
I'm not sure, but about 2,500, I would say, something like that. But I can tell you in the last 2 years on the inbox, when I started the automation, because I did it probably 3 months ago, I didn't realize how many people I was connecting all day long. And it was more than 1,000 people in my inbox in 2 years.
So maybe next year Tibi will represent us here as a most powerful influencer in the LinkedIn network. Let's see.
Top voices.
Simon, can you share with us also?
Yeah, I've also made I've also brought a calendar example. So it's okay to have meetings in company, but not too much, right? So I wrote an automation. I wrote an automation which, when a new calendar entry is added, it will look the participates when it's an internal one, and calculate the fee with our internal employee running costs, how much this meeting will cost us as a company, and put it to the description of this calendar entry, so people know how much money I'm burning because of that meeting, so that they be more productive and not spending time in meetings.
So the next step is connected to ChatGPT and get also the message. Do you really want to attend this meeting? It's going to cost you this much money.
Yes, here are maybe possible solutions which for the meeting, right? So
And you can automatically maybe reject also if
Yes.
it's too.
yes,
Yeah.
it's always no.
understand. Okay. Thank you for sharing. I would like to move now towards the future landscape of the automation, but also thinking about observing what has happened in the past 2-3 years. I'm working at Make for 2.5 years, and I've been working personally with all of you. So I would like to ask you, what do you observe as the biggest change, or how are the trends in automation moving? Was it more difficult to sell automation 2 years ago? If yes, what do you see as the difference? Why is it easier now? Matthias?
I think over the past 2 years, the biggest change I would say is with the popularity of AI solutions and everybody speaking about AI solutions for literally everything. A lot of companies have come out, and a lot of clients are approaching us to say, okay, can we do something with AI? And I would say a good 70% of those don't even need AI as an open AI or a large language model or whatever. They just need an automated solution for a process that is generally exists, but the sort of the thought has come up that, oh, we could do this automatically, and that has made it much easier to get customers to listen to, okay, so you can actually do this in an automated fashion, and you don't need to do this by hand anymore. And they're coming.
You mean
up with
like
their
my
own
notes
ideas.
in Hands?
Sorry?
You mean like we don't need to do it in Enhance as I do in my notes anymore? I
Well,
understand.
you can writing them down by hand is good, but you could theoretically create questions for a panel using AI.
That's what I did.
There you go.
Yeah, but the pandemic pushed all the organizations to work from home, right? And you had no chance. You had to digitize faster, right? You had to move your procedures on digital, because otherwise, how do you run a company? And since then, everything all the companies started to be a lot more open to automation, to digitalization, and then AI just pushed it even further forward, right? And people don't really know what AI is, but they have a feeling of missing it, right? So they start having discussions about digitalization and AI in this context. So that's what really pushed it in the last 2 years, I would say.
Yeah, I really remember the times in COVID when I was getting an automated message, every time when I did the test with the tube in my nose. Simon, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, maybe we worked with a car sharing company, and we've built, they say it's their MVP for the whole business process on Make and some other no-code tools, and then say, great, it's working, great MVP, now let's build the product. And I said, why build another product? Because you have a solution, right? And it's not scalable, but it is. And we've proved them, and now we went with what we've built forward. And I think that's what happened the last years, is that these no-code tools made a huge progress, and you can build now products and build and run products which are scalable. It's not it's not just for MVPs. You can scale products, and we have proven this to customer, and I think you as well. And that's what making it interesting also for enterprises. You can work on that and using these benefits which no-code tools.
Yeah, I think we see a trend where, on the one hand, the technology is ready to do these things now, and that has changed over the past 2-3 years, definitely. And on the other hand, the companies are more open to digitalization. They're more open to cloud because they had to try out cloud technology, and now they saw it worked, and the world didn't stop because people didn't print things. So that, I think that has changed. That on the one hand, the companies became ready and became more open, and on the other hand, the technology is there.
It's doable and affordable with.
Yeah.
I wish they would be a little bit more open, but let's see what we will discuss here next year
Working
about
on
the
that.
changes we have observed.
Working on that.
We are almost on the top of the time, so I would like to take the opportunity to thank you guys for joining us for the panel, and also
Welcome.
thank to all of you who attended it. We people in the pink and purple are running around upstairs, downstairs, so feel free to catch us and ask us about anything in regards for the partnership, about the product, or remember those 3 beautiful guys. You can ask them about their use cases, scenarios, how is partnering with us, if anyone is interested. And thank you again for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.